So this is our
birth story video. Sorry, well, yeah, we've got Isabel right here. Like, I don't think they can see her in there. Do you want to like lift up a little bit so you can?
Whoa.
There she is.
Isabel. Look at her.
Is it focusing on her face?
Yeah, she's sleepy. She really likes this carrier, so.
OMG, if you guys do not have one of those, you need one.
You get you a Baby Bjorn carrier because it saved our lives.
It is one of our like top favorite things, isn't it? Like if it's not our favorite, it's our second favorite thing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, sorry it's taken us so long to get another video up. I know you guys have really been wanting to see this birth video, and we've been really wanting to do it, but obviously we just had a baby like 3.5 weeks ago. It's been pretty difficult to try to film, obviously. We've had friends and family visiting, and
she's been a baby.
She's been a baby. Yeah, we've been trying to learn a new schedule. But Isabel just started sleeping in like 5, 6, 7 hour stretches during the night. So
it's amazing.
It's a miracle, really. I mean, we're very grateful for that. So we're starting to feel like a lot better, which is nice. But you know, we knew we were going to lose sleep regardless.
So,
anyways,
the story of Isabel's birth.
Where should we start? Like,
we'll start with the early labor. Yeah. Hope started experiencing labor pains. You know, I was thinking, you know, this is it. We were all thinking, oh my God, and Hope didn't need a wheelchair. She was fine. You know, like, oh, let's just go in and.
Well, I was experiencing like the craziest, most. I was experiencing the most painful cramps I had ever felt before, and Erica was here, and so and that's the other thing. So our midwife told us that you need to have contractions every 2 to 3 minutes,
the timing
for 2 hours straight, and we timed those contractions for like days until finally the day happened where they were 2 to 3 minutes apart for 2 hours, and we're like, it's time. We gotta go in. And went in. I was
only contracted. No, you weren't even dilated.
Yes, I was. I was 1 centimeter.
Oh, yeah.
I was only 1 centimeter. So I was like, okay, all right. And then it started. It was like, well, you told us that this is what we were supposed to do, and they're like, yeah, well,
it doesn't really, it's not exact. It's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to have to be more painful.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to breathe or walk through your contractions and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. I know we have some video clips too, so we're going to like insert video clips.
So we're here now, getting the good lighting and everything.
Oh my God. We're in triage right now.
Hope's having contractions, and we're in the triage, and we are eating our chicken and our vegetables.
In a bag.
Chicken, sweet potato, and green beans. Well, it's in a bag to conserve space.
Yeah. Like a chicken popsicle.
I'm hungry, and I gotta get my protein in. I bet people are gonna think I'm crazy.
You are crazy.
I am crazy.
You were in the gym earlier. You were working out. What were you doing, legs?
Yeah.
I did legs today.
On the Cybex.
And I started feeling
I
felt a painful, sharp contraction when I was doing cardio. So we'll see. Maybe it happened while I was in the gym, which would be really ironic. But I don't know if this is the real deal. I feel dilated or not.
Yep. Okay.
No. What they told us was that I was in early labor. So I was laboring, but I wasn't dilated enough to be admitted. But we went out to eat that day with Erica. Was it the next day or was it the second day? I can't even remember.
I think it was the next day.
Maybe it was the next day. Yeah, I am. Oh. It's recording.
Hi.
Hey, Erica.
Hey.
Here you are. So we're having our cheat meal early.
Yep. Because we don't know if we're gonna get one soon.
I know. Well, because
we're fatties.
Oh, so yeah, we decided to come to Five Guys because I am officially in early labor. Well, I have been for a day now. Contractions have gotten worse today. Stronger, anyways.
And so we might not be able to go get French fries.
Exactly. So we had to go.
Take our opportunity now.
Before you come, little baby. And since you're leaving on Wednesday, so
I know.
Check out all of this gloriousness. Let me see that burger, Reimer.
That one's mine.
Oh my God. You happy?
Well, of course.
Of course you are.
And we went in the second time
And then it was even more painful for you. We thought that had to be it.
that night.
Yeah.
We went in, that's right. It was so painful that it was like I started doing the moaning. Like every time I'd have a contraction, I'd be like, ah, like that.
What sucked
right?
what sucked so much about it was that she wasn't even able to sleep.
But they couldn't admit me because I was only 2 centimeters.
Mm-hmm.
So what they recommended was I get a morphine shot and take a sleeping pill because I had not slept in 24 hours. 24 hours, like literally could not fall asleep because the cramps or the contractions were really bad.
It was getting pretty rough there.
So, and she said that they wouldn't admit me until I was 4 centimeters. And I was like, okay, or that's just the way that it goes, right? So I took the morphine shot and the sleeping pill.
And you got like an hour of sleep.
No, I didn't even fall asleep.
Really?
No, yeah, I didn't fall asleep at all because they wanted to give me 10 milligrams of morphine.
Oh, and you only took 5.
And because I was scared of it because I'd never taken morphine before.
Following night, her contractions.
The third night.
Yeah, her contractions
were
got so bad.
I could not walk.
Couldn't walk. She was just like moaning through each and every one. Couldn't like.
Do you remember what happened when we walked through the hospital, the emergency doors with the wheelchair? Like I like froze, like a statue, and I was like, ah.
I felt really, really bad for her. And I mean, the most like, but what sucked the most about it was on the third time that we were visiting, and we saw Dr. Nate, and he told us, "Hey, you're at 4 centimeters, but Erica had to leave in like the next morning." So he was.
Oh my God, that's right. It was the third night. Yeah, and he was super helpful though. But he was like really motivating because he came in and he saw my birth plan, and he was like, "Look, you're only 3 centimeters."
Was it 3 or 4?
It was 3. Okay. I was only 3 centimeters. And he said, because you want to have a natural birth, I wouldn't recommend admitting you till you're 6 centimeters. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? And he was just like, you know, because you want to do it with no epidural and you're only 3 centimeters, like the likelihood of you reaching your goal is very unlikely. Because I could admit you now, but hospitals don't like to wait around.
Yeah.
So for you to go into actual labor, so probably going to have to induce me, which would probably make me get an epidural because the Pitocin makes it really painful.
You wouldn't be able to handle it all.
Wouldn't be able to handle the pain, and then I'd probably get a C-section because it increases your chances of getting a C-section if you get an epidural, which is why I didn't want one.
But he told us that he'll give us the morphine and the Phenergan.
So it was like a cocktail. It was even more powerful than the last night.
So that she could get at least some sleep, but didn't help her get any sleep. It just held her.
Yes, it did.
You got an hour that time?
I think like 1 or 2 hours, but by then I hadn't slept in 48 hours. It's been 2 days.
Well, the following morning, Erica had to leave, so
you took her to the airport.
I took Erica to the airport, and Hope was just like at this, just holding on for dear life with the pain.
It was so horrible. Like an hour to 30 minutes before Cody had to take my little sister to the airport, like the contractions started getting bad again after I woke up. And then you guys left for the airport, and it was just like minutes, like 15 or 20 minutes after you guys left for the airport, I kept having contraction after contraction. I was like, okay, I'm used to having them like one right after the other, but then it started feeling like the wave that one of the midwives described. So started getting a rhythm. I noticed my body started having a rhythm, and it was like as soon as I would have a contraction, I would like come down from it and get ready and go right into another one. And then I was walking around the house, and every time a contraction would come, I would like brace onto the couch.
But at that point,
and then I tried taking a hot shower.
Yeah.
That didn't help either, because they say like even if you get in a hot shower, it like doesn't relieve the pain or stop the contractions. And then I started getting worried because you were gone.
Yeah, but at that point we were both kind of discouraged of going to the hospital again, because it had been 3 times that we went, and they're like, nope, you're not ready.
Yeah.
Nope, you're not ready. And we're like, should we just fuck it? I don't know what to do. Should we go? And we're like, you know what? I said, we're just gonna go.
Oh, it's Matt. Where is he? Hold on, let me pause the video for a second.
Okay.
I was really hesitant to go too, because I was but then I was so fed up at that point, because I remember the one midwife said, you know, we can admit you at 3 or 4 centimeters, but, you know, you might not make it with your birth plan. And I was like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck about my birth plan. Give me the epidural. I'm going to take that epidural because I was in early labor for 3 days. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I need this baby out of me. So we went in.
Yeah. And she was at 6 centimeters.
6 centimeters.
And
like, we were in the triage room.
She started crying. I even cried.
It was emotional. Like, oh my God. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God. And I'm 6 centimeters.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Hope,
Now,
you can do this.
Now is time.
You can do it without an epidural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they finally admitted us. We got to the delivery room, which was a beautiful delivery room. We finally made it to the delivery room. Hope went into labor early this morning. We went to the what was it? Triage? Was the name of it? Yeah. We went to triage and she measured it 6 centimeters.
Whoa!
And now here we are.
I want to see myself. I don't want to look right now. I can't see myself. So I can move here. But like hold it in this. Oh.
Hope's having another contraction.
That was a pretty intense contraction.
Yeah, they've been getting kind of worse, but
That's how it's supposed to be, though. Getting close. Or as you get closer towards the end. What were you gonna say?
we're trying to make through the whole labor with only morphine and nitrous oxide.
No epidural.
No epidural.
I'm giving it my all. We'll see.
And yeah, I'm just gonna keep
I
pushing.
can't believe that we're gonna meet our little baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be today. Today.
Oh.
She better come quick though. Okay. Contraction break.
Well, I am in between contractions right now. So, I feel pretty good. Going strong. I have the hiccups right now. Oh my gosh.
You better hurry up so you don't get another contraction.
I know. Sorry guys, well, I don't know why I'm saying sorry, but...
You've been apologizing all day, I don't know why.
Have I?
Yeah.
That's how I am when I'm in hospitals, I always feel bad making people have to do stuff for me, but...
Well, anyways, whenever the baby
I
comes...
can't believe that the day has finally come.
I know.
Like, we're gonna see her today. It's
real.
But it's so surreal, though.
I know.
Like, I can't even process it. I'm just trying to get through this labor. This is insane.
We'll get through it. Alright.
Me and you.
Me and you.
Another contraction.
Alright, we'll see you later.
Really good. I was feeling really good. And it was like, I could feel the contraction, but like not in the same way, and it just made me like not care about them.
Yeah, for a while there, you actually were smiling. You seemed like you were having a good time.
I was having a good time.
Yeah, but then it got to
transition labor came. When I finally got to transition, like
she was sucking on that nos, just.
I had the mask on my face. Definitely, there was no filming going on at that point because I had a death grip on your hand.
Yeah, the whole time, she was just squeezing my fingers, but the thing was, whenever she would squeeze one finger, it wasn't bad for me.
No,
but she liked to have two or three.
Yeah, like that, and it would grind the
bones together. I'm just like.
And then, at one point, our hands were turning purple, both of our hands, because I was holding your fingers for so long. The nurse came over and kind of loosened my grip.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was in transition, I was laying in the bed, staring at the ceiling, and drifting in and out of consciousness.
And
it was just it was a blur, honestly. I don't even remember exactly how painful it was or even how long it lasted.
I got to one point where I was standing on your right side of the bed, and I was tried to go over back to where my chair was on the left side.
You tried to pull a chair up to the bed and sit down.
You're like, don't try to sit down.
I was like, are you? Oh yeah, because it was I got a break from one contraction or in between contractions, and I was like, don't you try to fucking get comfortable right now. I was like, you will keep standing and looking down at me.
The only reason that it was difficult for me to stand was because I have ulcers.
Yeah, you have stomach ulcers.
I have stomach ulcers, and I was getting super fucking stressed from this whole situation, and my stomach was just
No, it's
like
super stressful.
tearing itself apart. And I felt like I had to vomit, and I was shaking, but I was trying to like just stay strong for hope.
You held it together really good.
Yeah, and I was just helping her breathe, and oh, you got this kind of thing, and just letting her squeeze my hands until they almost fell off. But then we got to the delivery phase.
I'll say that delivery was mentally the hardest part for me out of the entire labor process.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the most painful. Like, it's crazy because since I made it through with no epidural,
Yeah.
by that point your contractions just stop, and it was just like all of a sudden I got this I was just like, I want to push right now, I need to push. So the nurse brought the midwife in, and then I was like I was almost at 10 centimeters, and she said she needed to break my water, and then as soon as she did that I went to 10 centimeters, and she's like, okay, you can start pushing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so hard mentally, because she told me that it can take anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, and I was like, holy fuck.
But the
like, I
thing
didn't think it
was
gonna
crazy
take that long.
was that the midwife was telling her, you don't have to push every time you get a contraction. You can just, you can take a break every once in a while. But Hope was like, she wanted this baby out of her like ASAP. So it was like for maybe 2 hours straight.
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
It took me an hour and a half
Just
to
like,
push her out.
but
You're going to tell them about
the squat bar. The nurse told us that they had this like handle that they could put over the bed that she could get into the squatting position.
It was like a squat bar rack thing.
And Hope was just got in the squat position, was holding on to the bar with her arm and like squeezing my hand with both of her hands, and just like pushing.
Can you imitate the faces I was making?
Like, well, there was so many different ones. When you're pushing, you're like, ah! And then like whenever you stop pushing, you would be like so exhausted that you just.
It was terrible.
Like that. And I was like, I'm going to go get you some juice. I got her some juice.
It saved my life. From start to finish, 9.5 hours total, which is really good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's less than what it usually is for first time moms.
Yeah.
I gotta talk about that once she came out of me.
I didn't think I was going to look, but it was pretty crazy looking at that.
Up my downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Looked at my downstairs.
The vagina's a crazy thing. The way that it can expand and retract, it was pretty insane.
Vaginas be crazy, yo!
And then Isabel was born.
Isabel.
Is that my phone?
Yeah.
Well, come in over here.
Look at you.
Hello, everybody. So, it is the day after we gave birth to Isabel! I am extremely tired. I haven't slept in like 3 days.
Look at you.
Well, I mean, makeup helps. It does wonders, okay? Without this, you don't want to see me without this right now. Me? You bring her over?
Here's Isabel.
Look at her! You want to get her little face up in there closer? She's so little. Look at her.
Look at you.
Look at you, little baby. So we've got this is our last day in the hospital, and then we should be going home in the morning. We'll see you guys in a little bit. And this is definitely the hardest, craziest, most amazing thing we've ever done.
It really is.
The day that we brought her home from the hospital, and I was walking around with her in the house, and I walked into the closet. My closet, I have like this walk-in closet, and I just looked at all of my shoes and my clothes and all of the like materialistic things that I like used to care so much about. And it's not like I don't care about that stuff anymore, because I do. It's still part of who I am. I love fashion and everything like that. But I just like was holding her in my arms, and I started like sobbing because I was like, oh my God, like I don't know what it is. It's like having her has grounded me even more in such a way that it's like really hard to explain.
It makes everything else.
I feel like crying right now.
It makes everything else in your life kind of take a step down.
It's just like in the best way though.
Gives you more reason and purpose in your life to do all the things that you do. I will say this, so far the most annoying thing about being a parent is other parents telling you
My God,
How
I
to
know.
do what you should do with your fucking baby.
I feel like, hold on, I feel like I have to defend myself and us. I have to defend us for just a split second because the last video that we posted, you know, was our Meet Isabel video. And obviously we know that the subscribers, like most of you guys give us love and positivity and we're so grateful for that. And it doesn't ever go unnoticed. But I was a little blown away by the negativity that we both got on the last video. Like there were so many women on there ridiculing us for bringing Isabel out too early, putting her in a car seat, telling us
being in the back seat while she's in the car
yeah,
seat.
apparently like I'm a shitty mom because I don't sit in the back with her of the car all the time, and she's not supposed to even be in a car seat, but you have to have a car seat to leave a hospital, and our car seat is an infant car seat. Why do they make infant car seats if they're not supposed to be in a car seat? And another thing is not bringing them out for 2 months. Who the doesn't leave their house for 2 months?
What are you supposed to do if you're a single mom?
Yeah.
What the do you do then?
I know. Like, so many people were telling us, like, you're not supposed to bring your baby out that early, blah, blah, blah. Well, first of all, I'm exclusively breastfeeding. She's getting my antibodies. She's good. Our pediatrician doesn't have a problem with it.
No doctor ever tells you you can't bring your
I
baby
know.
out for 2 months.
Her discharge paperwork from the hospital didn't say anything about that. Like, she's good to go. We're taking care of her. She's got expensive-ass medical insurance. Like, and we love her to death. Like, me and you have been in love with each other for almost 9 years. We got this shit on lock. It took us back, but you know what? We've had a couple weeks to kind of think about it, and it's whatever. Obviously, we're not going to stop doing our videos.
Thank you for all the support that you guys have given us. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thanks for liking and, you know, all that stuff.
You sound so, like, genuine, but he really is, though.
Really?
Are you going to get Isabel?
I'm getting her.
I have to feed her because she's hungry. And
Gotta
we are
change her
super
diaper, too.
thankful for you guys watching our videos and for all the beautiful comments that you leave and the thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, you should really subscribe now because we've got a lot of videos coming your way.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at her!
Look at this
Who
thing.
wouldn't want to watch more of that? Okay. Yeah. You want the boob, don't you?
Give me the boo.
You want the boob. Okay, we're going to say bye to everybody. You want to say bye?
Bye-bye.
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 We love you. And we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.